This is the Viewer's Choice Project, where I'm giving you, my lovely viewers, the chance to completely design and dictate one costume that I'm then going to make. Hey y'all, Jackie here, and welcome to Fantastical Follies. So far, it has been decided that I'm going to be doing a historical cosplay in... And now, the moment that you've all been waiting for, the Viewer's Choice Awards! And here's your host, Patty Presenter. Today's category is Big Era, and the finalists are the Medieval Era, the Renaissance Era, the 17th century, the 19th century, and Vintage. And the winner is the Renaissance Era. Oh my god! Come on down! I won! Oh, I can't believe I won! Oh, thank you so much. Thanks to the Academy, and thanks to my parents for believing in my crazy dream, and, well, I just have one thing to say. Welcome to the Renaissance, with poets, painters, and bon vivants. Okay, I know this outfit is a little more Hobbit than Renaissance, but it was the best I could do with what I had on hand, so humor me. So it was very close. The Renaissance era won 31%, and the Medieval era and the 17th century came at a close 20%. But I am really excited to be doing Italian Renaissance because I have never done it before. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm kind of excited to get into it. Now, originally I had planned for this video to be us taking our big era that we voted on last month and narrowing it down into a specific smaller era. But since we picked the Renaissance era, firstly, it's more about regions, I feel like, and less about the time period, and I need to do a little bit more research before we make any decisions. One of the constituencies I put on myself about doing this project was that whatever we ended up deciding to do, I had to pick an era that I either already had the correct underpinnings for, or it was something that I could fudge using stuff I already have. I'm doing a full Victorian kit this year, and between that and the Georgian ball that I'm preparing for, that's taking up the majority of my time and budget this year. So it's got to be something where, you know, the most I have to make is an under petticoat. So there's not gonna be any farthingales, there's not gonna be any supportive garments for this. So I'm gonna have to figure out what options I have and what my budget can handle. And that may be the deciding factor on what place we go to, whether it's Venice or Florence or Rome or whatever. I am seriously considering putting together a Ko-fi account for anyone who can help me out, because cranking out a new outfit every 2 weeks gets expensive even if you're stash busting. If you have any thoughts of that, let me know in the comments. I'm open to any opinions you have. I haven't fully decided yet, but I'm leaning towards it. So, what are we doing today? We're picking a character. I think this is going to be the most fun that we do in this, at least in this beginning idea part, right? This is the part where we get to be creative. There's no easy way to do this without it being complete chaos. It is definitely going to be an exercise to see if we can follow directions. Bear with me, take pity on my tax season addled brain right now. So the first thing I'm gonna do is lay out a couple of ground rules. There are only 3, but they are hard, fast rules that I need everybody to adhere to. So let's go through that, and then we'll talk about how this is gonna work and give you some ideas that will make this easier. Rule number 1, when you're picking a character, please do not pick a character who is a member of a marginalized group that I'm not a part of. Let's keep this to white and able-bodied people. No Princess Jasmine, nobody in a wheelchair. I have no business cosplaying as characters like that. Rule number 2, no problematic characters, and no characters from a series or fandom that is problematic, or whose creator is actively trying to marginalize people that she has no business marginalizing. Number 3, only suggestions that are made in the comment section of this video are valid. In addition, duplicate comments with the same character are not valid. I'll get into that in a minute. These are hard, fast rules. It's really important that we are not appropriating someone else's culture in doing this, so please keep that in mind. Okay, let's talk about the fun stuff. Suggest your character in the comments below. If you like a character someone else has suggested, you can hit the thumbs up on their specific comment, and that'll count as a vote towards that character. You can reply to that comment if you want to second it, but what is going to count is the thumbs up. You can vote for as many characters and ideas as you like. Make sure that you're not making a comment that someone else has already commented. So if somebody suggests Princess Aurora and you see that, please don't mention Princess Aurora again, because it's going to be too hard for me to keep track of multiple comments with the same suggestion. Just so you know, if it's been made already, I will reply to you and tell you to go thumbs up. Like I said, this could get chaotic if we're not careful. So then what's gonna happen is after a couple of weeks, I'm gonna go through all of the comments and pick the top 4 or 5, and then we're gonna vote together on those top ones to come up with the final character. How am I picking the top 4 or 5? Here's the criteria, or how you can beat the algorithm of Jacki. Firstly, do I know this character? Am I familiar with them? To do research for a character, I'm going to have to consume the media, whatever it is that they are a part of. If it's something I don't enjoy, it's off the table. So don't anyone, and I'm serious, suggest ABBA. It ain't gonna happen, folks. But how do you know if something is on the table or off the table? I don't really know much about manga or anime. I do like, you know, some of like Howl's Moving Castle and stuff like that, but it's really not the kind of thing I'm into. So those particular suggestions are probably not going to get picked. Instead, any monsters, any villains are great. Characters from literature, characters from 80s and 90s cartoons or 80s and 90s children's programs are really great. Anything from pretty much any kind of fantasy realm, superheroes, and musicians with a particular sense of style are also really good choices. The next criteria is, how popular is this character? How many likes has it gotten in the comments? Editing Jacki here, what I'm so inelegantly saying right now is that the first thing I'm looking at is how many likes each suggested comment has. That's going to be the #1 thing I look at when I'm picking a character. And how popular is the character itself? Are people who just randomly come across the video going to be interested and click on this? Someone well-known like Superman is going to get a heck of a lot more clicks than the Lone Ranger's nephew's horse, although that might win you a major award. Third criteria, how well does this character work in the Renaissance era? Renaissance clothing is very ornate. Jane Eyre is one of my favorite books. I love her so much, but Jane Eyre in the Renaissance era is going to be very sad trumpet. Whereas like a Renaissance version of Elton John would be fun as heck. And I will not shed a tear if somebody wants to suggest that one. Finally, does this character excite me? Does it inspire me to create something? Something loud and over the top is probably going to spark my interest more than something sedate. I am really looking forward to seeing what y'all come up with. This is your opportunity to live vicariously through me. So go crazy, have fun, be creative. It doesn't have to be something standard. It could be a potato. It could be a dinosaur. It could be anything you want it to be. You have the rules, you have the ideas. Leave me a comment below and let me know. If you don't have any ideas, maybe share this video with your friends, see if they want to participate. I would really love to get as much engagement with this as possible, because to me, the more people are playing, the more fun it's going to be. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to spend time with me, goof off. This is one of the busiest weeks of my life when this video is airing. It is quite literally what I call Hell Week. So, you know, if y'all can send me some good vibes this week, I could really use it. And if you've missed any of the videos in this series so far, you can check out the playlist right here. Bye, y'all.